Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, November 27th. I'm Giovanni Benacour, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. So, markets are set for another volatile week after a break from Thanksgiving feast, and they do have plenty to be grateful for. If we take a look at the VIX is somewhere around 13 points, so that it indicates a momentum, a bullish momentum. But the S&P, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones have formed minor balance areas and are likely to break sharply in initiative fashion early this week. My guess is up, at least initially. If I am wrong and the break is down, I still believe the indices will recover to new rally highs before something more significant to the downside occurs. Now, sales for retailers on Cyber Monday are expected to be strong. Early reports suggest Black Friday sales were good. Travel is up, oil prices are down from their peak, which will keep reduced gasoline costs through the holidays in the States. In short, the Goldilocks scenario for the economy is still possible. Growth looks like it's holding up even after the most aggressive cycle of Federal Reserve interest rate increases in a generation. And inflation is coming down. New data on the personal consumption expenditures index, a key inflation indicator, on Thursday will add to the picture. Speeches by Fed officials as Goldsby, Bowman, and Mesters on Tuesday and Wednesday will also be helpful for understanding how the central bank is viewing the economy. Chairman Jerome Powell speaks on Friday. At this point, it looks like stocks could enjoy a Santa rally in a year when things have already been good. Now, the tricky part is what comes next. Deutsche Bank just put out its 2024 World Outlook and sees tough times ahead. Its forecasters note the lagged effects of rate hikes have yet to come through. Advanced economies in Europe and the US are headed for tepid growth at best, and the risk of a US recession hasn't disappeared. A year from now, this Christmas might well be seen as the start of a new leg up for stocks, or it could be seen in hindsight as the calm before the storm. We won't know which for a few more months, so we might as well enjoy the festive season while it lasts. So with that being said, let's take a look at what fluctuation we could probably speculate in the Nasdaq. As I said, my speculation is to the upside, so I am at least I'm looking at revisiting last week's high, which was on the 22nd, and that high is of 16,171 is where I have obviously my resistance, but you could actually also shoot for 16,200, being given a nice round number. And then we have the S&P, which is really tight. I'm giving 4580 just because the principle of revisiting a previous high is best at, but 4600 can be also that target for those of you who are more aggressive. Then we have the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is kind of within Fridays. Actually, yeah, this is the 24th. So last week's range. So let's see if today the market, at least the Dow, has found already that footing at this low, and it starts to recuperate itself. By the time that the market opens, we could see a jump into the upside, at least to 35,600-ish, can be that target for the Dow. And then we have crude oil. Crude oil is also looking to sustain itself above $75. So if we do happen to trade below $75, we could actually speculate that 74 to be remet today. But in another addition to the upside, at least we'll come back and revisit last week's highs. Actually, it would have been this one around 77.80. Then if we look at Nat Gas has opened with a gap down. It's recovering from that momentum to the downside. Let's see if that momentum will continue. Such a big gap. I'm in favor of the direction of the gap. So selling will be in our radar. So 260 is our support, or our target as well. Then we have gold. Gold is trading above 2,000. That was the whole scenario. So it did so. Now its job is to sustain itself above 2,000, and at least 2021 is my initial resistance. But you could also shoot for like 2040 or at least 2030, if we do happen to fluctuate above that resistance line. Then we have silver that is making a parabolic movement to the upside. $25 most likely will be met pretty soon as the momentum continues, if the momentum continues, obviously. Then we have copper that is actually just trading narrowly or creating a covenant of congestion, as I call it, horizontal movement. This is a great setup for a breakout. But if we happen to take a look also, this could also be like a symmetrical pattern, okay? A symmetrical angle. So let's see if the breakdown if we continue to push to the downside. 374 will be that target. Then we have Bitcoin that is looking to stay around this 37,000, but it is actually losing some ground right now, and it's trading below our 10-day moving average. So keep that in mind. Also, here we have the currencies that are looking to stay north of 109. And let's see if that will be the case. Let's see if we reach 110 between today and tomorrow. The pound looking to go up to 126 and change. Let's say 127 could be this week. And that could happen. That could happen if we see the dollar index fluctuating lower, south of 103. That's it for me today. I wish you a fantastic trading day, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Cheers.